Okay. Set up the background.
Connect to anyone. Connect to my bedroom.
Now we bet me a time.
Charging.
That's what.
That's why.
Charlie, you did live.
Are they?
Oh. Give me your phone, I'll give it to you back.
You for send me the link so that.
Rapping.
Yeah. Oh.
Close. If they are live, go this way. Welcome to the show. When he start talking, you have to select his camera when he start talking.
Hello. 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 Yeah. Good evening.
Charlie, I put you live.
So we start like that.
So I will give you a phone.
Huh?
But I put something on it. So the catcher is over.
Now do you are the wait for?
Okay. I want to share the link with
So
Mark and Go.
shall put my status.
I want to make you start. If you start with the program they run now. Yes, I'll make sure. So you
Then
start.
make I share for the groups and I
Share, man.
now only in the groups I member share.
For share.
Eh?
Okay, you can also enter into
So-
Junior TV. You are like then you just share and copy them.
No, you copy the link and share it so that it will be easy.
Okay.
Then you put for my status as well. 2 1 2 try test my 1 2 test mic 1 2 1 2 1 2. Let's talk, come on. Now, are you originally live?
Yeah.
Tell us what did you hear to? You said you put something for the thing. T-shirt and also one count one assembly.
T-shirt, Lacoste be a diva out. Aye, I'll give you the number 055. Nah. Just blue baby say. It's 055 44 11 370. Just normal. Like this
A DD was
can't say Farhan Designs.
Farhan.
Yeah.
Farhan.
Farhan.
N. Okay, Farhan.
That's when it's account.
Come again. Let me get the name right.
FARHAN.
H-A-N. Farhan. Do you have sponsors for the program?
He's the sponsor.
And
for now.
And Alumia.
Like Lumia TV is the producer of the program.
And I see you.
Why are you here?
I'm here to chop.
Oh,
Alright, let's go. We're going live. We are going. We are going live. Alright. Can I go?
yes, sir.
it?
Number.
My number.
WhatsApp number. Number.
024 82 76 402. Hello, see. Still take her here. Hello, see. Okay. See. 1. 1 2 1 2.
YouTube.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, epic sound low. So you should focus on that more.
You're welcome to the studios of Radio Fast, 95.1 megahertz in the Upper East region of Ghana, Navrongo. This is the Youth Talk Show, the Youth Leadership Talk Show inside the studios of Radio Fast. The music playing at the background is coming from the legend Daddy Lumba. He calls this one Akanoma. Obiabeko. Everybody will leave, but as to the time and hour you leave, nobody knows. How prepared are you? COVID-19 is claiming many lives out there. How are you protecting yourself, as well as your loved ones and the family members? Once again, you're welcome. Do whatever you can, do your best, and leave the rest to Jah. 35 minutes past 7. This is the Youth Leadership Talk Show. Relax and enjoy this show. I'll very soon introducing my guest in the studio, and we are going to have conversations here. We are live on Facebook and on Twitter, as well as on YouTube, Alumia TV Ghana. You can subscribe to our channel over there. You can as well as like the page. Click on the bell to get any notification. The program is proudly sponsored by Farhan Designs inside CK today. You can contact Farhan on 055 4411 370. I'll repeat the number: 055 4411 370. That's Farhan Designs. For all your designs, your clothing. Today on the show, I have two gentlemen. I have two good gentlemen in the studios here. Okay, I'll be soon introducing them to you. Just stay calm. We are going to have a discussion about the measures taken by the Student Representative Council of CK Teden, UTAS. That is formerly Navrongo campus of the UDS. UDS Navrongo campus. I'll be very soon introducing my guest to you. we are going to look at the measures taken by the SRC. You know, our parents are counting on the SRC and the administration of the school in protecting us against this novel COVID-19. So how prepared are we? How are we fighting it? How are we fighting it? Once again, we are live on Facebook and YouTube as well.
Always ask them to subscribe.
Just pick up your phone, go to YouTube, search for Lumia TV, Lumia TV, Lumia TV. Subscribe to the channel and like all the channels and the videos there for us. Thank you very much. See you. Good evening to you all. The team inside Lumia TV, the big boss himself, my producer, King Babs. Senior shout outs to you. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to the studios of Radio Fast 95.1 MHz, taking you on a journey inside the campuses of CK Teden Itas in the Upper East region of Ghana, that is Navrango. Now, today, our topic is the measures taken by the Students Representative Council in dealing with the COVID-19, how the SRC is helping the students fight and also protect them against COVID-19. We can't just have this conversation without letting the general public coming to know what is happening. Some people do not even believe COVID-19 is in existence. Some say it is the rich people who do get this virus. I was watching one video this afternoon. Then the woman claimed they are not rich, they are poor. She's a market woman. All she needs is her contemporary, her okra, then she gets her sasawa and she's okay with it. But it isn't so. The virus is no respecter of your tribe, of your status as to being rich or poor. Ladies and gentlemen, as we speak, per the Ghana Health Service statistics, Ghana, our active cases as it stands is now 3,940. 3,940. Now, our confirmed cases stands at now is 63,883. We have recorded 390 deaths. We have recorded 390 deaths. Now, the new cases, which some are in the various hospitals, in the isolation centers, as well as the intensive care unit, that's the ICU. Now, we have 625 cases. That's the new cases we have as at now, as at today, the 30th of January 2021, sorry. Now, let's take Upper East. Looking at the chart, Upper East alone has a case of 577. 577. This is very serious. So, since the region we are in has recorded this huge number, definitely you might not know who carries the virus. We all are supposed to protect ourselves. I'll be walking, moving around, thinking I'm protected and safe. But in fact, I might be carrying the virus around. You might not know whom you transmit or you transfer the virus to. You might not know who carries it. But in all, let's mask up. Let's mask up. Make sure you have your masks on. Make sure you have your sanitizers. Make sure you observe social distancing. Make sure you wash your hand with soap and running water. Not just washing your hand, but washing your hands properly. At least take 20 seconds. Take 30 seconds in washing your hands. Make sure you observe all these protocols. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I have in the studios with me Mr. Awana, or Honorable Awana Michael Atama Kira. Please pardon me if I don't mention the name rightly. Mr. Michael Awana, I think that will be good for me. He is the SRC PRO, the Public Relations Officer. He speaks for the students' body. He is in CK Teden, Utah, here in Navrango. That is my first gentleman on the show. And the second gentleman I have is Honorable Bondompe Yusuf. If I didn't pronounce the name right, kindly forgive me. Mr. Yusuf, or Honorable Yusuf. He is the Welfare Committee Chairman of CK Teden, Utah, the SRC body. Gentlemen, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
How are you doing?
By God's grace, we are all doing good.
I hope you're protecting yourself against this deadly virus.
Sure.
So, what are your means of protection all this while? So, I'll start with Mr. Michael.
Yes, our means of protection, basically, the normal rules and regulations outlined by WHO and then Ghana Health Service. Masks on, wear your masks. Make sure you wash your hands regularly under running water, and then use sanitizers, and then social, or let me say physical distance. So basically we are abiding by the rules and regulations outlined by WHO.
Okay.
And that is the measures we have taken so far as individuals to protect ourselves and also prevent others from contracting the virus.
Alright. So you are fully protected.
Fully
Your loved ones, your family, as well as your colleagues, I think they are protected when they are closer to you.
very, very protected.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Then to Honorable Yusuf. Okay, I'll come to you. How well prepared are you in fighting this virus personally?
Personally, I think, as my brother Honorable Awana just said,
Yes.
yeah, we are going by the protocol set down by WHO and Ghana government,
Okay.
and whereby maxing on, making sure we are using the sanitizers, and also aside from that, we are making sure we are taking nutritious foods that is going to boost our immune system.
Such as nutritious food, such as.
Oh, we have, the balanced diets that are available.
Okay.
These balanced diets go in a long way round to improve the system.
All right.
Yeah, and we're also taking some of these vitamin C's, this zinc. They are not just expensive. They are just easy to get at the pharmacy shop.
Okay.
So when you get some of these drugs, they are going to help boost the immune system.
Okay.
I think that's what we are doing for now. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Honorable Yusuf. I think it cuts across.
Yes.
We are all prepared. Nobody is willing to die. In fact, I wish everybody could get into the ICU and see how people are suffering. If you are being taken into the ICU, it is there you are going to appreciate and think wise about how your life is very important to you and also to other people around you. Haven't introduced ourselves. We would like to go for a quick commercial break, and when we are back, you will just go into the questions we have for the day. So, ladies and gentlemen, relax and enjoy our show this evening. Thank you very much. can you hear? Like, see.
My light, don't be shaking the camera like that. The light is some. Yeah, bright to my light in the party.
Can you hear?
The t-shirt. The t-shirt.
Yeah, it's on.
You didn't share my sins all.
Your break is more than 2 minutes.
Akwanoma. Me braswana me call. On YouTube at Lumia TV Ghana. Subscribe to our channel over there and like our videos for us. This is the Youth Leadership Talk Show. The Youth Leadership Talk Show. And today we are looking at the measures taken by the SRC of CK Teden Youthers in fighting against the COVID-19. The program is sponsored by Farhan Design. You can contact Farhan on 055 4411 370 for all your designs. He has a nice customized design. You can as well as text us messages through WhatsApp or normal text me SMS. Kindly send your message to 024 82 76 402 024 82 76 402.
Conversation is important. We will continue.
We'll be going straight into our conversation with Honorable UC and Honorable Michael. Honorable Michael is the PRO for the Students Representative Council here in CK Teden Youthers. And Honorable UC is as well as the Welfare Committee Chairman. Mr. President, Mr. Ebenezer, Honorable Ebenezer Opoku, good evening to you wherever you are. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome back into the studios of Radio Fast here in Navrango, in the Upper East region of Ghana. So we'll be going straight into our conversation. I would like to start with Honorable Michael. I think Not long ago, the President of the Republic of Ghana made it known that now, since last year, 2020, when schools were locked down, he is going to open up schools so that we, the students, can continue with our education. Having said this, I think he put up so many catchy policies out there that parents and guardians were assured that everything is going to be okay for us in school. Now, on campus, since we returned, we've noticed that education on COVID-19, as to we getting health personnel, we getting devoted people, or even the SRC coming around or come around to educate the general public or the general people on campus about the measures taken in protecting us or in fighting this COVID-19, as we not recording a case here on campus. Why do we experience that, or why don't we have such education going on? From Mr. Honorable Michael.
Thank you so much for the question, and good evening to your wonderful viewers. A lot of education has actually taking place with regards to we coming back to school. The point is to put students in a position where they will be at more risk in contracting the virus. So bringing students together to organize education for them in one way or the other escalate the situation we have at hand right now. So the best we did as leaders of this particular institution was to ensure that we arrive at a wonderful agreement with management where when students come back to school without nose masks, you wouldn't enter into any lecture hall. And we did this by going around all the lecture halls to inform the level hundreds about what is at stake. We also issued our circulars to inform them that without nose masks, you can't have access to any lecture hall. We did this through an online system, and even during their orientation, they were clearly informed about some of the things at stake that they have to take into consideration before they can have access to the lecture halls. And I think this has actually gone on well, and so far students are actually obeying this particular protocol. So without nose masks, you can't have access to any lecture hall. And management in their own way also did well by bringing out banners at vantage point. I think in between NH block and then the NHA block, there's a big banner there outlining all the protocols that students are supposed to observe while in school. And I think there's also one outside around Kinwedi side that is educating students with regards to the protocols. So far we have done in our own little way, we have been able to do this particular thing by just some of the few measures I've just outlined to you. So we haven't left that out at all. We haven't left that out at all, but we wanted to do it in a way that it won't end up escalating the situation we have at hand. So we did it through online system, our WhatsApp platforms, and the banners just as I spoke, and then through classrooms visitation. So far these are just a few platforms we've used to educate our students with regards to COVID-19.
Okay, thank you very much. Now to Mr. Yusuf, Honorable Yusuf, sorry. When Honorable Michael was speaking, he made mention of the school and the lecture halls being disinfected, fumigated. Can students be assured that really the lecture halls and on campus and the hostels we have around were fumigated?
Okay, thank you very much for this question. And I want to say a very good evening to your listeners. Sure, there were some little fumigation that was done. I wouldn't say little, but fumigation was done on campus by the government of Ghana before we came back to campus. Size was done only on campus and not our various hostels. Because you know there are a lot of hostels around. It's only the halls that these fumigations were done in. So we are looking up to Zoom Lion Ghana. We were given some information. Zoom Lion Ghana is organizing some free fumigation exercise. So we are looking to talk to them to see how best they can do some routine fumigation as time goes on. You know, though fumigation has already been done, but doing it again wouldn't spoil anything. You know, so we are looking up to talking to them to see how best they can go around our various hostels. Since now students have come around, there's been contact and other staffs, we want to see how best they can also help by fumigating these various hostels around, and also even, if possible, on campus as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my next question goes to Mr. Honorable Yusuf again.
Okay.
Having thought of this, I think we have so many hostels around. That's the private hostels.
Sure.
And students have observed that the hostels were not fumigated before they went in. Is that safe enough for us? Because according to the command of the president, he said he is going to make sure every institution, including the private hostels as well, because that's where, and when you come to CK UTAS, I think the private hostels are more than the one we have on campus here.
Sure.
So how sure are we that the students there are safe?
You see, when it comes to this fumigation exercise for the hostels, you know, we have a lot of hostels around.
Yeah.
And I don't know who is seeing to it that these hostels, all these hostels are fumigated. But it wouldn't be possible for all these hostels to be fumigated, because you know we have a lot of hostels around. It will only take the hostel owners to voluntarily do that on their own by abiding by the COVID-19 protocols.
But on the more serious note,
yes.
Don't you see it's like with the landlords and landladies,
Sure.
they are just in for their money.
Sure.
So why not the SRC take a bold step and connect with these landladies or landlords? Then we find a way out in fumigating the private hostels around.
Sure.
What of that?
Well, we are looking up to something like that.
Okay.
We have the non-residential rep,
All right.
who is working with the welfare committee to make sure this fumigation is done. So that's why I said earlier on, we are looking up to Zoom Lion Ghana rather.
Okay.
We are looking up to Zoom Lion to make sure this free fumigation exercise they are doing, we can at least consult these hostel owners to see how best we can work with them to fumigate the hostels that contain a huge number of students.
Okay.
Like for instance, we have Senate Hostel, Gaza Hostel. We have this huge Faith Hostel. These hostels are hostels that have very huge population. So we are looking at how best we can liaise with Zoom Lion to see how we can fumigate these hostels.
All right. Thank you very much, Honorable Yusuf. Back to Honorable Michael, PRO. My next question is, personally, I've observed that these protocols are not working on campus. Why do I say so? I think we should call a spade a spade. Now, the security personnel are too lenient. I mean, they are not updoing when it comes to enforcing people to obey the protocols we have here on campus. Why do I say so? Personally, yesterday I was coming out from the entrance and I wasn't in my nose mask. I was in hurry actually, so I forgot my nose mask and left it at home. I think the right thing the security man was supposed to do was to sack me back. But he allowed me enter. I just convinced him, which I think is not right on my side. But why don't we, the SRC, have a chat or have a sit with the security personnel and enforce it? Even if you are late for lectures, fine. Even if you are late in coming for lectures and you don't have your nose mask on or means of protecting yourself, why don't we enforce the law that you go back home. So I think in that aspect, what are we doing to help ourselves as students?
Thank you so much for your question. I think I just want to add something to what Honorable Yusuf said
Okay.
concerning the mass fumigation.
All right.
Yes, the entire institution, I mean all the facilities within the institution were fumigated
All right.
before we were told to come back to school. And I think that was even one of the reasons why we delayed in coming back to school. Immediately the president made a statement that we could return to school. I think our institution delayed a bit in the sense that we needed to come together to see how best we can put all the protocols in place and do mass fumigation before students are called back to campus. Aside that, we were talking about private hostels fumigation. I must commend management on this particular aspect for the efforts they've made so far in putting all the hostels together. I think this year it has never been done. Over the years, students will have to come to campus, go around to look for hostels. But this particular year, I think through the effort of the Dean of Students, Dr. Ohene Buazi, we was able to bring all the landlords together, and then we were able to upload their hostels on a single platform where students at the comfort of their homes could gladly go online and book for a hostel while they are at home. So I think all those things were put in place, and landlords were advised, or should I say were sensitized as to how to ensure that they obey all the measures in their hostels. So I think all these things were followed. Some landlords were able to actually fumigate their hostels, some were not able to. But at the end of the day, I think SRC is still putting up its best to ensure that students are safe while they are on campus. Now to your question, which you talk about the measures not being enforced due to, I don't want to use this particular word, but maybe our security men are not all that strict.
Okay.
Yes, that is actually true. I think before this particular virus, Africa, there was no way you meet your friend and then you wouldn't greet the person.
Exactly.
Yes, our culture teaches us how to be humble and then respectful. So greetings has been one of the norms of we Africans. I think that could be one of the reasons why we were even possibly allowed yesterday to go through the gates without wearing your nose masks. But before students reported to school, management had a meeting with all these people, and they were told to ensure that without nose masks you cannot have access. But looking at our institution, it's not fully fenced, and we have students. Basically, I think it's even the main gate. Aside the main gate, students can pass anywhere at all to have access to their lecture halls and other facilities within the campus. I think this has been one of the reasons why it has been difficult for our security men to be able to enforce or ensure that each and every student entering campus wears a nose mask. We don't have them as many as we wanted, whereby they will surround the entire institution to ensure that no students enters without a nose mask. But the few we have are trying their best, and even I think over the past days, if you don't have nose mask, they don't allow. Even if you don't have crash helmet, you wouldn't be allowed to enter into campus.
Sure.
They are trying their best in that particular regard, but the number is not adequate to be able to cater for the large number of students we currently have. But all in all, we believe we are matured enough, and then we should be ready to observe the protocols, care for one another, and then do the needful, so that at the end of the day you'll be safe and I'll also be safe. So for the enforcement, it has been going on, and I don't think, as you have come, you've been attending lectures, right?
Yes, please.
Yes, and no one will be allowed to enter lecture hall without a face mask.
Okay.
And it has so far, I must say, that particular protocol has been duly observed by almost every student. So for the little that are left, I think going forward, we'll find a way to address them. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome once again. If you've just joined us on YouTube, This is the Youth Leadership Talk Show right here on Radio Fast 95.1 megahertz. Please kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel, that's Lumia TV Ghana, for all your guests and all your entertainment on campus and everywhere you find yourself. Now, I have in the studios with me Honorable Yusuf, the Welfare Committee Chairman of CK Tedem UTAS. That's Mr. or Honorable Yusuf for you. I also have Honorable Michael, the PRO for the SRC in Novrango here. That's CK Tedem UTAS. Thank you. Now, to my next question, I would like to read this for our hearing. Now, on the update number 21 given by the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, he made mention, I quote, "To facilitate the safety of students, government through the Ministry of Education will provide face masks, Veronica buckets, hand sanitizers, liquid soap, rolls of tissue paper, and thermometer guns for the safe reopening of schools." Now, I think it was just this morning I personally observed Veronica bucket at some vantage points. The whole of Monday to yesterday, I hadn't seen one even in front of some lecture halls. Now, the president ordered that he will make sure Veronica buckets, tissue papers, and also as well as sanitizers and nose masks are provided. Have we received ours, or we are yet to receive it? To Honorable Yusuf.
Okay, thank you very much. I would say we haven't received anything for now.
Okay.
Per my own inquiries from management, we haven't received any from government, and I think some institutions who were supposed to be having the academics face to face have now decided to go online.
Okay.
Institutions like Legon, UPSA. So I think maybe it could be a reason why government hasn't even brought all those things yet.
Mm-hmm.
Because for where we find ourselves, our institution is a bit distant from the administrative capital.
Okay.
So